later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Vikings at 4-5, a game under 500. And they've lost 3 straight here. And it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
J-Ron Curse, he's the one who got in there, knocked it free. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing, Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, here's Elliott. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take over at the 140-yard line. So first interception thrown for a man, and not the best decision either.
That's something he did not do last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And some room to maneuver. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play fake. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. On the return, here comes Lewis. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left early in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there. And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam. Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end. On 2nd down, Elliott. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Kenedawagu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt. So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right? You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media. Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And some room to run now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 68 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. When they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football, I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr. Past the 20. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Elliott. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run the option left. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped it right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now Mariota on 4th down. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now 14-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd down, Cook. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the... They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the return this time will go to the 42-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the real to the worst here in this first half, but now slowed up just to get by the interception.
There's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Huntley. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tristan Jefferson, 30 yards. And the Vikings have come back with a score. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Mariota. Flushed out right. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, Mariota. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. He'll get this out right here to Elliott. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Mariota to throw it. The Vikings after him, and they get there for a sack. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw, Huntley. And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and drag it to make sure he gets it done.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Garibay on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Cowboys 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mariota. And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Play action now. Mariota. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Huntley to throw. He'll dump this off to Cook. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Trap 50, trap 50. Panther 50, Panther 50.
To throw on second down. Huntley. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Looking to throw on second down. Huntley throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped-up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the Cowboys' 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Let's go! Mustang 19!
Off the play fake. Huntley. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Amir Smith-Marset, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings get a bit closer. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So returning to the end of kickoff. Don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Cook again. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Greg Joseph now to try the field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Joseph's got it. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3 with a starting field position like that. 3's not what you're making.
No, you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effective work. Because a lot of times we get
line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Inside give to Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folding like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Mariota being chased out left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag. So Mike McCarthy correct in his assessment there to challenge that ruling. Tenth carry now for Elliott. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mariota now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mariota. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by the running back of Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. That was the play they needed in a 2-score game in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. KJ Osborne, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
18 Cardinals.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off play action. Huntley. And that's caught inside the 35. He's out of bounds inside the 35.
chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
19 White.
Off the play fake. Huntley. And he wisely will throw that one away.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first run.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Back to throw again. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance.
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings. From 19 yards away. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
And they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually tripping Chili on the other side of the ball. Said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. He's going to launch it for Washington. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. It's Cook. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Now Huntley. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 9 yards on the play and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Huntley. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a fourth-quarter lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Second and 7.